In essence, we're seeing a couple of teams that have had some real success putting it all out there and paying for it later in Philadelphia and really Los Angeles.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. And what's gotten into Jerry Jones, man? He took a few unnecessary shots, I feel like, at the Philadelphia Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers, and the LA Rams. And he also came to Dak Prescott's defense, letting everyone know that he's the guy in the future. He did say he's going to be better with turnovers, but I feel like he said that last year. You know, he's just sticking with him. He put that money behind Dak, and he feels like, you know, he's playing a long game there. But I found it interesting that he said this about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Anybody that thinks I won't take a chance has misread the tea leaves, okay? But I do think longer term, and I'm real hesitant to bet it all for a year. And there's a lot of things that can happen for that year. In essence, we're seeing a couple of teams that have had some real success putting it all out there and paying for it later in Philadelphia and really Los Angeles.
Focus on that. Focus on Dak being better. He's right. He will be better at turnovers. Focus on that, and focus on a coach that's come in here and in 3 years and what we're trying to do has had the results that we've had. I understand why. When you look back and say, well, San Francisco and Cowboys haven't been to a Super Bowl in 25 years, okay? And haven't won a Super Bowl in 25 years. I understand that. San Francisco's in the same boat. But my point is, that has not been the same for 25 years. There's been many different things done over 25 years, the same way there would have been had you changed out general managers. Dwell on the fact that we have won 24, 25 football games over the last 2 seasons. Dwell on the fact that we've been one of the leading winning teams. Dwell on the fact that we've had some of the best personnel in the National Football League. Dwell on the fact that you have Dak. I like that. Dwell on the fact that you have Dak. Seriously, focus on that. Focus on Dak being better. He's right. He will be better at turnovers. Focus on that. You could say that we probably had too much reliance on what Tolbert could do, because we were high on him coming out and thought he could immediately be a factor. We had thought that possibly we could have better results relative to Gallup as far as his rehab and where he is. So I could say that. The other parts of it, the elephant in the room that you're talking about, was when I look at the salary that was involved there, over $20 million a year, and I look at what we got with that salary to help this team, that we wouldn't have been able to have on this team had we kept it. I like what we did.
Man, that sounds like a little bit of hate from Jerry Jones to me, as far as the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles are concerned. I mean, the Niners have been to the Super Bowl. They've been right there. Conference championships. That's kind of been the standard for them over the last, 8 years or whatever. You expect them to be right there at the end. And so they've established that culture. Now, one thing that they've probably been lacking is the quarterback to go ahead and get them over the hump. But even this year, they all their quarterbacks got injured. So you could see, why they didn't make it. Because you could argue they would have had an opportunity, had they had their quarterbacks, they would have had an opportunity to win that game because their defense is so stout. As far as the Philadelphia Eagles, we just saw them win in 2018. So what is Jerry Jones talking about? They don't even have none of the same quarterbacks on the roster, Nick Foles nor Carson Wentz. They've moved on from several of those pieces, and they're back in the Super Bowl. So to say that they're putting it all on the line right now, do you know what contract Jalen Hurts is on right now, they're getting a bargain for Jalen Hurts, like the biggest bargain in the league right now. So what is he talking about? Putting it all on the line right now, and paying for it in the future. Now, you could say that about the Los Angeles Rams, but they knew that's what they were doing. They wanted to get one with Aaron Donald and those guys, and they knew that Matthew Stafford was just enough of an upgrade at the time to give themselves an opportunity. And shoot, winning one, I mean, how often do you get a chance to win one? So the fact that they got a Super Bowl out of it, it worked. Jerry, your fan base would have loved, like, from the time you last won one to you giving it all up for just 1 year of winning the Super Bowl. Say if you could have got one in the last few years and you would have had to pay for it in the future, they would have loved it. As any Cowboys fan would, they had loved to have a Super Bowl within the last 5 or 6 years, and they're just in rebuilding mode right now. They would take that because everybody know how hard it is in the NFL. Even when you get all the pieces you think that you need, you're going to have injuries, you're going to have contract negotiations, different things go sour, and you got the health, man. The health is going to play the biggest part in your opportunity to win a Super Bowl. So don't say that about the Eagles, man. Just because they're in the Super Bowl again, they're dominating your division, right now. And they've kind of become the face of your division, man. Just go out there, make the necessary changes you need to make. I saw y'all let Kellen Moore go, and you doubling down behind Dak. If you're going to do that, do that. But don't try to make it like everyone else is taking this quick come up to have these insufferable futures as a franchise, because that's clearly not the case of the Eagles. The Eagles got it figured out. Jalen Hurts is clearly their guy going forward. And if they win the Super Bowl in a couple weeks, man, I think you're going to be real sick. And I think your true feelings just came out. And it's hard to sit back and watch them be at such an elite level while y'all had a good season, but while y'all haven't reached that pinnacle again, and all eyes is on y'all. I don't feel like he should have said that. I think when the person asked him the question, though, he was irritated by just hearing the Eagles. He was a little irritated, so he lashed back out. But let me know what you guys think. Is he off base? Because I feel like the only team that put everything on the line that he was talking about was the LA Rams. I think the 49ers and the Eagles have done a phenomenal job. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.